What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Dillian, the body snatcher, Whyte. Dillian Whyte's performance blasted, and be grateful it wasn't Deontay Wilder. Wow. Tauriano Johnson had his own professional counterpunch on Dillian Whyte's performance, and this is what he had to say. He said Whyte had no business in there. Happy he didn't fight Wilder. A knockout would have been the least of his problems. Fellow professional told Dillian Whyte to be grateful, okay, as Deontay Wilder, the former world-rated contender, berated the Briton. The middleweight had a lot to say. He blasted Whyte's performance, and he said the body snatcher took a massive uppercut in the 6th round. However, Johnson says if that was Wilder, there could have been more damage than just a missing tooth. Deontay Wilder. Whyte had no business in there. Happy he didn't fight Wilder. A knockout would have been the least of his problems. Okay. I'm overwhelmed with the support. That's something that Fury said. So omit that. Okay, well, let me counterpunch. That wasn't Wilder in there, though. That was Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury hit Dillian Whyte knowing Dillian Whyte has a vulnerable chin when it comes to uppercuts. Tyson Fury hit him hard enough to get the knockout. Did he knock him spark out? No, he didn't. They stopped the fight after he got up. No, don't get me wrong. It was a good punch and all. But that was Tyson Fury. Deontay Wilder, I think it would have probably been a better fight because Deontay is not as fast as Tyson Fury, not as technical as Tyson Fury. And I'm tired of people, all of a sudden want to bash Dillian Whyte for losing and then claim everybody in that weight division would beat him just because he lost. The shit's not right. The shit's not fair. It's no good, okay? Because that's not true, all right? Now, let's say Wilder did hit him. Now, could he hurt him possibly more? Yeah. So I'm not debating that. But what I'm saying is Dillian Whyte would probably have a better time with someone like Wilder. But understand, fighting someone like Deontay Wilder is dangerous all by itself because if you don't knock him out, he's definitely going to knock you out, or he's definitely going to try to knock you out. Okay, so Tauriano Johnson saying, oh man, if that would have been Wilder, if that would have been Wilder. Well, it wasn't. It wasn't Wilder. Wilder, we don't even know if Wilder's coming back to the sport. I hope he does, but we don't even know if he's back yet. Okay, so, I think that a lot of people are looking at Dillian Whyte like, oh man, he'll possibly lose to this guy now and that guy now and this guy now. And I like to think of it as kind of like an anti-bandwagon. It's a bandwagon, but it's not a bandwagon of support. It's a bandwagon of blast and ridicule, okay? And what people do, they see people that take a loss or an L or whatever, then all of a sudden, that fighter is no good, and all of a sudden, other fighters that never fought that fighter would easily do that because another person did. It makes no sense. Let me prove it to you. I remember in December 8th, 2012, Manny Pacquiao fought Juan Manuel Marquez for the 4th time. Had one hell of a fight. Marquez dropped him in the 3rd. Pacquiao dropped him in the 5th. Marquez knocked him out cold in the 6th round. Okay, 2 minutes and 59 seconds remained, and he caught him with a straight right hand. Good night, Manny Pacquiao. Do you know what happened to Manny Pacquiao at that point? People jumped on the anti-bandwagon. Okay? The anti-bandwagon. Because it was nothing but ridicule. Okay? And a lot of people, how dare you compare Manny Pacquiao to Dillian Whyte? Well, they're two fighters and they both lost and they both been knocked out. So what? They're both fighters. They're both boxers. One's a heavyweight. The other one is not. Or was not, should I say, because he's not fighting anymore. He's in the political profession now. And I heard things about that with Manny. Manny being Manny Pacquiao. I heard people say, you know what? The guy that Mayweather fought and would beat Manny Pacquiao. And you know who they were talking about? They were talking about Robert Guerrero, the Ghost. So they were saying, oh man, Guerrero would beat Manny just because Manny got knocked out by Juan Manuel Marquez. It was the stupidest shit ever until Manny got his bearings back. He went and fought Timothy Bradley. He went and fought Chris Argieri, which Chris Argieri was 19-0 at the time, which is something to say the least. He didn't get knocked out or anything like that. Then Brandon Rios and guys like that. And then, that was Manny. But the thing is, people will do that once you lose. They will stack other people against you and swear on the gods that you would get beat by someone you never fought. Now, not saying Wilder couldn't hit or hurt or knock out anybody that he lands the right hand to. What I'm saying is, people, please, Deontay Wilder was not in there with Dillian Whyte. Tyson Fury was. This is Tyson Fury's victory, not Deontay Wilder's. Counterpunch. Anyway, you guys tell me what you think about this article. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.